Do you know what your odds of financial success are? I got news for you. If you're following society's game plan, it's a roll of the dice. I got $500,000 right here. I'm going all in that I'm gonna roll snake eyes. It's a 2.7% chance, a 1 in 36 roll. Let's see if I get it. And I don't. I didn't get snake eyes. You know what it means? I lose the money. And financially in life, if you make the wrong bet and life doesn't end up in retirement the way you thought, whose fault is that? Well, today I'm going to share with you some very scary information. I'm going to share the shocking truth about our economic system, and I'm going to tell you something I've never said on a video before. I'm going to tell you right now that retirement is rigged, and there's a reason why you're not going to have enough, and there's a dirty secret in the stock market that people don't know, and today I'm going to tell you what it is. Speaking of odds and retirement, let's talk about Vanguard. Baby boomers born from 46 to 64 make up 28% of the population. Check it out. 45% of boomers report having no savings for retirement at all. I want you to think about that. Almost every other boomer, my parents included, have nothing for retirement. 68% of baby boomers expect to retire long after the age of 65, or they never plan on retiring at all. Why? Check this one out. Baby boomers are currently the wealthiest generation. As in, our millennial generation at the same age has literally a fifth of the amount of wealth that they did. Something is very wrong, and the information is just starting to come out. This is heartbreaking. Now, check it out. 43 years ago, the 401k was instituted because companies were moving away from pensions, and the government supported it. And in a moment, I'm going to tell you the big reason why. But watch this. 401ks, are they actually helping anyway get us to retirement? Well, they've been with us now for 4 decades, and here's the math. For someone that is younger than 25, their average 401k balance, $6,000. 35 to 44, $97,000. For those between the age of 55 and 64 years old, they've got $256,000 on average. Now, when you retire, based on the 4% rule, you're going to give this money to a financial planner, and they're going to give you, in terms of cash flow, 4% of this amount consistently. What's 4% of $256,000? Barely over $10,000 a year. That's literally less than $1,000 a month after you believed in the system. And it begs the question, if I'm told to do this, and I do it dutifully my entire life, and my company gives me the match, how come it's not enough? Well, my friend, let me tell you the beginning of the dirty, rotten secret. The first 401k plan was implemented in 1980, and after a slow start, the effects on stocks were noticeable within 2 years. As more people used the 401k system to invest in stocks, the market began to skyrocket. That's interesting. We started the 401k system, and then all of a sudden, the stock market started taking a huge hike. I wonder what happened. Well, the truth is, the 401k plan inflated the stock market, and here's how. In 1980, when 401k started, only 13.5% of the population owned any stocks at all. As of 2016, 52% of Americans own stocks, mostly in the form of 401ks. The reality is that as new 401ks start to taper, as they are, the returns we've seen since the 1980s have started to disappear. And now we're going to get one of the world's wealthiest men, we're going to get Warren Buffett's business partner weighing in on what's actually happening. The financial game is changing, and it has been for some time. Charlie Munger has acknowledged a shift in this system. For decades, he preached the whole 10% ROI by owning index funds. However, with more investors in the game, he now says, quote, I don't think the future is going to give the guy graduating from college this year nearly that easy of an investment opportunity, end quote. In fact, if you study mutual funds for the last decade, 95% of them actually lose money instead of make money. And no, I'm not accounting for inflation. I'm just saying they just downright don't work. And this lie has persisted for decades that, oh, if you put your money in the stock market, it's going to earn 10%. Google the real numbers. They are lower than that. And by the way, with inflation wrecking everything maybe for the next decade, it cancels most of that out anyway. On the other hand, there are 5 things financially that if you would do, you could change everything. You could retire with a modest, at least, few $1 million. And these are not hard things to do, The financial knowledge is out there, but the financial experts are not proliferating it, and I'm gonna give it to you right now. Do you know that 88% of millionaires are self-made? There's only one way to really become self-made. You've got to become an action taker. And so, am I talking about you having your money finally work for you instead of you working for it? Yeah. Am I talking about saving it more intelligently? Yeah. Am I talking about putting some of it in real estate with significantly higher but safer returns? Yeah. Am I talking about allocating some of that money into owning businesses that you don't have to run and operate? Yeah. Is there a system for building wealth? Yeah. And the truth is, once you learn it, it's actually not that hard to implement. It's definitely harder than a 401k, but with that model, you are guaranteed to lose. So the question is, what can you do now? We're currently in the middle of the largest wealth transfer in history. Literally, the boomer generation is going to bed in the next few years, and all of their assets, all of their businesses are being left bequeathed to nobody, and there's a huge open grab on the market, and you're about to miss it. But today you watch this video, I'll make sure that you don't. This, combined with inflation, a recession, and a runaway real estate market, are providing some of the best investment opportunities in the next century. And the question is, where do you step into the right kind of wealth building financial philosophy? Where do you get this information? And I'm going to tell you right now. 4 times a year, I put on a special event. It's called Unleash Your Financial Destiny. People gather from all across the country, some people from other parts of the world, and we meet here in Utah at my event center. And what I do for 4 days straight is I teach you the financial philosophy of single-digit ROI, where you store your cash, how you graduate to safe double-digit real estate ROI, how you put some of that in triple-digit ROI, quadruple-digit ROI, infinite ROI, and when you blend those out, I've got people that are achieving massive amounts of wealth in a matter of years, whereas in the old system, they can't achieve it in 4 decades. Click the link below, grab a ticket, come to the event, and I promise you this, you will have a life-changing experience. You'll come to understand the psychology of money, the rules of creating wealth, and how it's actually done, and how to do it as passive and hands-off as possible. And it is astronomically different in the results of possibility of what you can create for yourself. Click the link below, find out why thousands of people every year migrate to get this information, what they do with it, and why I have a track record now on $2 billion worth of real estate and business transacted, and how you can become part of a group of people that are taking financial matters in their own hand. They're the action takers. They're creating the financial future of their dreams. And no, it doesn't take decades, but it does take action. Join me there. It is the most powerful financial information on the planet right now. Hopefully I'm gonna see you at one of my next events, but what should you do in the meantime? Well, let me start teaching you the ultimate financial philosophy. I call it a have-it-all philosophy. It does include these 5 investments of how you get from literally 0 to hero. Click this video right here. Let me start teaching you right now.